let's begin. Welcome on in. This is our second moon Sunday reading. My name's Everin Ryu. I am a quantum life coach and galactic shamanic practitioner at Cosmic Energy and Spiritual Wellness. And we have this beautiful asteroid that has been hanging out, and it gives the energy of a second moon. So I've been reading intuitively through different cards and decks that energy. Now, I like to have a focal point, and the focal point of this Sunday's energy for the following week, for this week, is toadstool. We got growth, and we also got resourcefulness. So the horned cactus. What I find incredibly relatable of the toadstool and the cactus is how each handle water very differently. Differently than we would expect. So fungi over 1 million years ago came out of the water and decided that it could live outside of the water. Now, as I interpret the water element, it has to do with our emotions, our energy in motion. And it's really showing that we're growing out of being in our feelings. We're not disassociating ourselves from feeling. That's definitely not what's happening here. There was a phase where humanity, which you can still see some people doing, of negating their feelings. No, I don't feel that way. We're actually feeling a certain way now, and it's okay that we're feeling this way, but we're not just sitting in it. We're not being the energy or being the necessary emotion. And I feel like that's where we're growing into. We're growing into this emotional intelligence. And we're using our energy, we're using our emotions as a resource. So people that may be sitting in their feelings a bit too much, or maybe you might feel like, hey, I have this growth now, I have this emotional intelligence now. Why are there certain people looking at me as if I'm poking them or being not nice to them? I hope you guys know, if you've been following me long enough, how I feel about the word nice. We're not put here to be nice. We're put here to be honored and respectful, but not nice. Not that inauthentic niceness. Kindness isn't nice. It's respectful and it's full of truth. And I feel as though the word nice has this inauthentic external validation, and that's not what this cactus is. And it holds its emotions, and some people may see, because you're not flying off of the handle with your emotions, because your energy isn't out there and you're not saying poor me, or being so detached from your emotions, because there's two sides of this. There's a attachment to emotions, like you're sitting in your emotions, or there's the other side of, oh, well, I have no emotions, and that's untrue. That's not authentic. We're growing and we're realizing, oh, I'm neither my emotion, because I'm not the emotion, and I also get to experience and feel the emotion. That's where we're having this emotional intelligence grow within us. And this cactus, people are maybe seeing you like this with that emotional intelligence growing from within, and you're being resourceful with your energy. You're being resourceful with your emotions. So this can almost trip up people that do not know how to work with their energy. They don't know how to grow from their emotions. They either recognize and their ego attaches themselves to an emotion, or they negate that energy. They say, no, that emotion doesn't exist. I'm going to let it go. When in reality, it's a resource for you to utilize. So let's get some more information about utilizing our emotions as a resource and this beautiful intelligence. Last week we had lit on the altar. So there was forgiveness during that beautiful full moon. Oh my goodness. What did you forgive yourself during the full moon? And I want to say There were some emotions that maybe the collective was embarrassed to feel, but then they felt it and realized, oh, that emotion isn't me. I just got to experience that emotion. So let's see what's going on this week. The cycle breaker. Yes, we're breaking out of this restraint of energy. We're breaking out of being the emotion. We're breaking out of being the anger, being the sadness. Let's keep going, because I feel as though there have been a lot of generations before you that either had no emotion at all, where you did not get the opportunity to even experience what energy is. And then you had the counterpart of your parents. I feel very big like your parents were very much in their emotions to the point of they were that emotion. So whenever you decided to feel an emotion, there was a confusion of, oh, now I am anger. I am this angry person now. And that's not true. That's a distortion. You get to experience it. So last week we got the dragon's lair. We got this knowing concept of hatching our 5D selves, and it's something new. And what I feel is really unique is that in hatching your 5th dimensional self, you're going to feel some energy that's different, that's conflicting, but no, you get to use it as a resource. And by hatching your 5th dimensional self, by being okay with a new energy entering your reality, you're saying, hey, that old cycle is over. Whatever emotion that comes with this new version of me, it's okay, because I know I don't have to pretend it's not there. And I also get to appreciate the experience of feeling, because that's why we came here on this planet, is to feel energy, and we get to be resourceful and decide what we do with that energy. So let's check out what's going on with this breaking of cycles. What's going on? How are we breaking this emotional cycle that our ancestors and our family members and friends may have been going on, been approving? Descendants. I really love this card, especially the dinosaurs. This is bringing up something that's interesting. I feel as though this is bringing up a huge download. Sorry, guys. We're entering this new golden age, and it's going to feel it's going to feel chaotic. It's going to feel messy. It's going to feel even a bit primitive. And what I'm sensing, the reason it's going to feel so primitive is because we in our previous cycles, we've branded the sense of experiencing good or bad things. We've branded it with, oh, if you experience that, that's bad, and it means you're not in a good place. When that's just not true. How many people do you know that have been through some things that society or the old cycles say is a negative thing? Those are some of the nicest people I've ever met. So to brand something good or bad, to brand the ability to stand in your power, to brand your strength, it almost feels childish. It almost feels primitive versus owning up to not knowing what we're doing in the future. It's okay to not know what we're going to do, and it can seem almost scary, intimidating, but it's getting us out of our comfort zone, and it's going to feel like a completely new world. So it's really bringing on that visual of almost animals protecting themselves. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of 3D people protecting that old way of being. And there's going to be this almost aggression, and the aggression isn't bad. The aggression is a protection of this new era versus this old era. And notice, is someone protecting and associating with anger. They're like, I am angry. This is me because my past life is all that I can be and all humanity ever will be. Or are they accessing anger and experiencing anger to move forward, to almost mirror the anger? So there's two different ways of situating this energy. Let's get some more clarification, because it's interesting. It's bringing up this cactus again, where cactus has hydration, it has liquids, it has the water element to fuel other creatures, but it's protective. It's protecting itself. And it's protecting itself, and there's only a few animals that know how to access this water element from within. And it's almost as if through this awakening, there are only certain individuals that are not being the anger, but they're experiencing the anger. And them experiencing the anger is getting them past through these prickles, these thorns, to get to the element of water. And that's the true growth. So last week we had this labradorite and blue lotus. We had a huge third eye chakra awakening. I'm curious if you have obtained some new psychic abilities, clairvoyant abilities, especially with Uranus connecting with that full moon in Taurus. If you have Taurian placements, kudos to you. You're feeling it physically and through that masculine third eye chakra. Let's check out what that had to do with this emotional intelligence that's coming to the forefront. Anandalite and lemon balm, integrating energies, awakening and transitioning. Yeah, we're in a transitioning period. We're in a period where we just stepped out of the water. Imagine yourself as a mushroom, but you're in water. You've been in water your whole life. For millions of years, you have been a creature of water. We've been taught about either sitting in our feelings or being emotionless. And now you get out of the water and you realize you're not the water. You're not the emotion. And you get to actually grow and expand. And you're more resourceful and more energetic than you've ever been. You've just been lied to that you had to sit in this water. You've been lied to that you are that energy. Now you're getting out of that energy, and it seems a bit aggressive. Imagine being a life source that is entering a new reality. You almost have to be aggressive to survive, because you're thinking you had to latch on to the water element. You had to latch on to this element because you were told you couldn't survive without this element. Now you get out of it. You get out of the 3D. You get out of the limitations, and you realize, whoa, I don't have to protect myself anymore. It's okay. This is where we're transitioning into. Utilize anandalite, utilize lemon balm, as long as you know you're not allergic to it. I would even put it, I hear a lot of like lemon balm on your lips, drinking lemon balm tea, understanding your emotions. Understand when you feel something, dive into it, but dive into it knowing that it's meant to be an experience. It's not meant to attach to your ego, because we don't want to go back to our ego connecting and existing as if we are that emotion, because we're not that emotion, guys. And it's also bringing up a lot of solar plexus. We're working out of our higher selves solar plexus. We're working out of this higher sense of our ego. And it's strange because we've been told our ego is so negative, and it's not this negative thing. It's actually this positive reinforcement reminding us we have a physical vehicle and we get to utilize the resources that our vehicle is in, what environment our vehicle is in. We had this beautiful luminous brew last week. Let's see what is coming out for this week after brewing up all of those energies, all of those emotions. You are a multitude. Ooh, this is bringing up the collective. I feel like I'm speaking with and to. You guys have tapped into this higher ancient self. You've tapped into knowing you have a bigger purpose in this reality. You have awakened. I mean, I'm getting the sense of there was an awakening between the past 4 years and the past 7 years. There was a huge awakening for you, and now it's time to integrate what you learned through that awakening for others. And a different thing I'm getting, you've been around, your soul has been around for multiple extinctions. So utilize the information that you have from experiencing what an extinction is like, because at this moment, energetically speaking, we're going through a third dimensional extinction. We're transitioning to a higher frequency. We're transitioning to this sense of growing with emotions rather than masking with emotion. Wow. That's unique. That's fun. Work with cactus energy. Work with lemon balm, anandamide crystal. Work with that frequency. Understand what emotions did you break, whether you broke it by actually finally experiencing the emotion or you detached from being the emotion. Congratulate yourself. That is what stepped you over the line. That's what got you out of the 3D into this 5th dimensional frequency. That's beautiful. Thank you guys so much. Again, my name's Evan Ryu. I'm a quantum life coach. I work with astral placements, cosmic chakras. I have my Your Cosmic Chakra guidebook. I only do one-on-one sessions for astrology readings. They're called astral starseed alignments. And I have a few other services. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye.